number 1, please.
Kraft. Canada's top-selling brand of peanut butter.
You've done a peanut butter taste test before?
Nope. Just as I suspected. Contains peanuts, vegetable oil prevents separation, sugar, dextrose, and salt.
Just get to work.
They're here. I need tray number 1.
Un sandwich de peanut butter, madame et messieurs.
Thank you.
Did you know 6 out of 10 Canadians prefer smooth peanut butter to crunchy?
And what's more, the average Canadian eats 1.5 kilograms of peanut butter each year. Can you imagine?
Brand number 2, please.
Skippy, Canada's second most popular brand. Basically the same ingredients, only with more sugar and no dextrose.
I knew that.
It's going great. We're ready for number 2.
And then I told them a Canadian child will eat between 1,000 and 2,000 peanut butter sandwiches by the time they finish high school.
Really?
Squirrel, Canada's third favorite brand. The one with the peanut on top. Or 2.
All right, number 3.
And like there's almost 1,000 peanuts in a small 500-gram jar of peanut butter. Did you know that? I did not know that.
Brand number 4, please.
Here's the peanut butter from the health food store. Yep, all I use are peanuts chopped up in a blender. No bears, no squirrels. Bit difficult to spread, too.
Aha, number 4.
Most people eat peanut butter when they're kids and teenagers. And then they quit in their 20s. And then they start again when they have their own kids. And then they quit again when the kids move away from home. And then they start again when they're old because it's a good source of protein that's cheap.
Okay, where's brand number 5?
Kraft unsweetened, unsalted. It's just like the health food kind, only with vegetable oil to prevent separation.
Just spread.
The biggest peanut butter and jelly sandwich was made right here in Toronto. No, I think it was in Peanut, Pennsylvania. No, it was in Toronto.
Finally, number 6.
Kraft Light. Same ingredients as regular Kraft. But 2 grams less fat per serving.
So which one did they like the best?
Number 2 was the best.
Number 6. Number 1.
Number 1?
Number 1. 6.
Number 6.
3.
And the winner was actually a tie between Kraft Smooth, number 1, and Kraft Light, number 6. The most putrid, with no votes, was the health food store brand.
Cheers!
What's your beef?
Go! Go, Panthers, go! Go, Panthers, go! Hi, my name is Kathleen, and I'm from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. My beef is that girls' sports, like cheerleading, don't get the respect they deserve.
You're right, Kathleen. Well, only partly. There are schools where cheerleading is taken just as seriously as football and track, and it's just as physically demanding. Albert Campbell Collegiate doesn't even have a football team, but it does have a crack cheerleading squad. But you can forget that. Give me an A, give me an L. This team lives only to compete against other cheerleading teams. And they're good. They've won the Ontario Cheerleading Championships 4 times. Cheerleading championships? And like there are guys on this team too.
Well, I've been bugged a few times from football players on the football team I play with. You know, you come in and they go, so where's your skirt? You know, where are your pom-poms? You can do a little cheer for us? Stuff like that, and then they just keep razzing. You just go, you should come out and see it. And then once they do see it, they shut up.
This is hard work.
We practice 2 days a week, usually Wednesdays and Sundays, and they're 3 hours each, and sometimes we even stay extra hours.
The only way you can miss a practice is if you're dead, basically. That's Carl's rules. He says if the only way you can miss a practice with a good reason is if you're dead, and even then, you need to bring a note.
And some of the stunts are unbelievable.
Here we go now.
Oh, joy! So why do they do it?
Cheerleading can lead to a lot of other things like scholarships. Like our school sent 2 or 3 people down to the States on full-paid scholarships.
And we have a chance now to head down and try out for a scholarship ourselves in March.
Down in Texas.
The 5 of us here cheer for the Toronto Argonauts. Like, we got an application, we tried out, and we made it. And now we actually get paid for doing what we like doing.
It is a second family, and in such little time, because I'm a new person here, we all grew so close in such little time, and it's very special. Like, you can't have this kind of bond with any other kind of teams. It's just a cheerleading kind of family.
I know about 10 students right now that are afraid to come to this school personally because there's other students that say, yes, I'm gonna bring a knife and stab you, or yeah, you're gonna get beat up tomorrow, don't bother coming to school. And they will not fight one-on-one. These people bring a whole set of people, like 20, 30 people, and they'll all bang you at once, they'll all jump you at one point.
But I think you're still talking about a really small minority of the school. I don't think it's the entire school. When you look at the entire school population, how many students in the school are actually involved in school violence? Not very many.
Do you know what? Everyone is tainted. Everyone is tainted. Like the small group of people who are actually doing the violence. And I think the people who are good and who are not fighting, or who are not, should do something, should stand up and make a point.
No, but I mean, nowadays people will say, no, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. But then you'll just look like a wimp. And like, if I were to get into a fight with a bunch of girls, and if it was just me alone, and then I said, no, I don't want to fight you, people are going to say, oh, this girl's this and this and this. And then there's and then they'll beat you anyways for just being a punk.
Yeah, but how many people is that? How many people who are actually involved in that are involved in that whole fight culture?
Even if you don't want to get involved, you're still involved.
Exactly.
You're still involved.
No, you don't want to be involved. You don't have to be involved.
It's not that, no.
Have you ever heard of the saying?
That's not true, though.
Have you ever say, walk away from the fight?
That's
you know
not
those
true.
commercials say, just walk away,
You can't walk away nowadays.
Oh, give me a break.
Then how come I'm not involved then? I don't want to be involved, so I'm not involved. I'm
Being
sorry.
popular is everything nowadays. You want to be up with the crowd or something.
If you decide that you are going to do something about it, that is where it will stop. It'll begin to stop when people decide that they're going to have a resistance in themselves against violence. When they say in themselves.
And most people have already done that. It's only just a few people
Hold on, I want to say
who draw
something.
attention to themselves.
I want to say something. My friend got beat up last year by a bunch of girls. She went and told the cops. As soon as they found out that she ratted on them, they were right back on her doorstep wanting to fight her again for the fact that she...
So do you think by letting it go and not doing anything about it that you're making the situation better? You're empowering them. You're saying, oh, they figure when they look at you and attack you, they say, oh, since they didn't get me in trouble, they didn't tell anyone, I can do it again, and I can do it to somebody else.
Let's say there is a certain group of people who are known to be violent. How do you prevent them from being violent then? How can
Taking rid of those people. The problem
Well, no,
is...
you can't just get rid of the people.
You can't get rid of them,
Where do you
but-
put them? You just shift...
Alternative schools.
No, you just shift the burden.
You have to get a program system where you work within that group of people.
Yeah. Like everything I say, I agree with you guys, like the groups, the people, all that. But when there's a fight, it's the whole people who are here. Everybody comes, everyone's like, okay, go, beat her up, do whatever. And people climb everywhere to see what happens. And like when you're there, if you start going, oh, remember my group says don't fight, you go turn and walk away. Everybody's there telling you to fight.
You know what? But say who tells you that? I see, this bothers me. The fact that you figure that you have to do what everybody else says.
You don't.
Yeah. When you decide that you're gonna make it stop and you do whatever it takes in yourself to make it stop, then boom, that's what's gonna make it happen.
It's time to play All About Acne.
Why, thank you, and welcome to All About Acne, the show which pits your wits about zits. Now let's meet our contestants. Team 1,
John.
Brian.
Natalia.
And team number 2,
Alicia.
Umara.
Tammy.
Now let's have our first question. True or false? Sunlight helps clear acne.
False, because sun has no effect.
Good answer.
Yes.
True or false? Oily skin causes acne, so you should wash 5 or 6 times a day.
False? Correct. Frequent washing doesn't reach the bacteria deep in the glands. It can actually make acne worse. Moving right along, which of the following contributes to acne? A, fried foods, B, pizza, or C, chocolate?
All of the above.
Wrong. The answer is none.
The oil in your glands has nothing to do with the oil in your diet. Still, a good diet does keep your skin healthy. All right. The most effective acne-fighting ingredient is A, benzoyl peroxide, B, sulfur, or C, salicylic acid.
A, benzoyl peroxide?
You are correct. Benzoyl peroxide unplugs pores and kills bacteria, but it's powerful stuff, so best use it as a spot medication. Last question. You've got an important date, and your skin breaks out. What do you do?
Oxycute him?
Oh, very funny. Actually, you apply hot water compresses so that the infection will burst naturally, dab on some benzoyl peroxide, then cover with a medicated stick. Well, that's it for All About Acne. Join us next time for Dealing with Dandruff. I'm Guy Cleo. Goodbye! Okay.
What really bugs us here in Ontario is that we just turned 14 and we have to pay $8 for movies, but we're not allowed to go see restricted movies.
It's like we're old enough to pay $8, but we're not old enough to see the movies that we want to see.
Like at this theater, there's only 2 out of the 4 movies that we can see.
Also, like lots of movies that are restricted, you can see the same kind of thing on TV.
Yeah.
There's the same kind of violence all the time.
Or you can just rent it from a video store, but at the movie theaters, they get so uptight and they say you can't if you don't have the right identification, if you're not over 18.
So you're kind of forced in a way, if you want to see the movies that you think you should be allowed to see, to lie, and it's not that hard. I think you guys all know that. It's not that hard to lie.
Or it could go the other way. If you want to see a movie and it's not rated R or anything, and you're thinking, why should I pay $8? So you can just lie and pay $4.50 or $4.25, whatever it is. If I want to see a movie at the theater and it's rated R, then I just go to the rental place and I whip out my mom's card and I rent it. It's as easy as that.
So we're gonna go show you. Come on. Wait!
Okay, we just went inside and rented 2 rated R movies. We rented The Shining and The Firm, and we had absolutely no problem at all, and we're just 14 years old, both me and Shannon. And it's not just small stores like this one, all stores do it.
Now, once again, we went in and we were able to get this rated R movie with no problems whatsoever. You see the rating right there. There was no problems. He didn't ask us any questions.
He didn't even check, like, to see the rating or anything.
He just said, he commented on how good the movie was and just gave it to us
Yeah, so it was
without
no
any
problem.
problems. So, and it is illegal to let us rent a rated R movie, but the law has never been enforced and nobody's ever been charged.
So why not do it?
So
I think the present system stinks. I think it's really hypocritical that we can't go and see a rated R movie in the theater and then it comes in on video and we just walk in and get it. What's the point of doing anything? It makes everything pretty pointless.
I think there should also be a student price again because it's way too expensive for people to like spend that much money.
I think the rating system should be changed. There should be something in between AA and rated R because there's so many movies that they put either they label rated R or AA when there should be, they really don't belong there. They belong in an in-between category.
We think the present system really bites big.
Movies on CD? Wicked, that's incredible. I've got to check this out. And of course there's music on CD. And there's video games. Yes.
This'll shoot the lips off a cockroach.
And then there's information. I've always wondered about whales after watching Free Willy.
Whales are not fish, but mammals. Like all mammals, they're warm-blooded.
So, how did they get all those sounds, pictures, and words all onto one little disc? Here's what we'll find out. This place makes 200,000 CDs a day. It's the biggest place of its kind in Canada. And this is where it all begins. The tape is sent here from a recording studio. Now, it's a digital recording, and that's the secret of the CD. People figured out how to convert sound waves into numbers. Basically, each piece of sound is broken down into millions and millions of tiny little pieces.
Each of those pieces is so small, it only takes 1/44,000th of a second.
And each of these pieces is given a 16-digit number made up of ones and zeros. What's going to happen next is that this 16-digit number is going to be imprinted on the actual CD. No, this is not 2010, and I am not training to become an astronaut. What it is, though, is the clean room, which is why I'm wearing this suit. I have to wear it because everything has to be eeky, squeaky, clean. This is the glass disc.
The glass has been coated with a thin layer of polymer. Once the glass is ready, we load it on the machine. We put the pre-mastered tape in, and now all the digital information, it's being transferred from the tape onto the glass through a laser beam, which is going to be burning little bumps and holes on the surface of the glass.
So then when I take the disc back home and I play it on my machine, the laser converts the bumps back into numbers and the numbers into sound, right?
That's right. Okay, this is the last step in the mastering process, where we metallize the glass with a thin layer of silver. This is pure silver. And now the glass is ready for matrix.
Now they take the metallized disc and put it into a nickel bath to make a copy of it. They take the nickel copy, stamp a hole in the center of it, and cut it down to the actual CD size. So you have your nickel copy on one side with all its bumps and grooves, and on the other side you have a CD shape filled with liquid plastic every 6 seconds. The liquid plastic presses up against the nickel copy, and then you have your basic CD, which is sold in the stores. Next it's covered with aluminum for strength, then lacquer. Now we're off to packaging. That's how you make a CD. Any questions? Chocolates and exotic desserts. This must be the place.
Was there something I could help you with?
I'm looking for Alexander.
Jonathan?
Alexander? What's with the crutches, man?
I broke my leg ice climbing. I thought you got the facts.
No. Can we still do it?
Sure.
So you're 16 now?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been hanging around the bakery since I was about 3. And when I was about 8, I learned how to hand dip chocolates. And a couple years after that, my father taught me how to make cakes. And then I started working part-time every weekend when I was about 12.
Saturdays and Sundays?
Yeah.
From what time?
From about 5 o'clock in the morning till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? So you've been around cakes and pastries and chocolates ever since you were a little kid. Aren't you sick of it?
No, I love it. I even eat it at home.
I never touch the stuff.
Okay, let's move on to chocolates. I'll show you how it's done.
So what's your favorite part of working here?
Yeah, it's definitely working with chocolate, the creativity, creating something from nothing. I've been working on a bust here of my late grandfather, working on it with my father. Oh, jeez, do you want to try chocolate?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I had a really big lunch.
Hi, if you're looking for a quality computer at the best price, welcome to KGB Enterprises. K is for Kalinich, my partner is the Kalinich twins. G is for Gupta, I'm Sandeep.
And B is for business. We first got interested in computers when we were about 5 years old. We had our first computer, and we met Sandeep at school.
We've known each other since like grade 1 or even senior kindergarten.
We were 15 years old, I believe, when we decided to start up a business, a computer business. And then we began KGB Enterprises.
Basically, the main investment came from my parents. They sort of lent us some money. I got a total of about $3,000 from my parents. And then after that, my father got a private investor to help us out also with about another $6,500 last summer.
Basically, there's 11 parts to a computer, And what we do is if someone orders one, we call up all of our companies and we get the best price possible. Then we hop in the car and drive out to the dealers and pick up the parts. And once we have all the parts, we go to Sandeep's house, and in the basement we build the computer. And the computer can be ready within the same day as long as the order has been within the morning. It basically takes 3 hours to build a computer and to test it. And as long as there's no problems with any parts, then we can have it ready for the customer the same day.
In the whole lifetime of the business, which is roughly 18 months, 19 months, we've sold a total of maybe 20 computers, which is, I guess, roughly 1 computer per month, and our net sales have totaled between $50,000 and $60,000.
This isn't the industry at all for profit. It's a very low profit margin, 5-7%, maybe even 10% if you're lucky, depending on the part. So if we were in for profit, we wouldn't be in this industry. So basically just a little side thing. Running a business is fun, and if there's a little money, that's just all the better.
Sony invented the portable stereo cassette player. They called it the Walkman, and it's still the best known brand around, but is it the best value for the money? We're going to be testing 4 brands of sports all-weather models: Sony, Citizen, ProSonic, and a generic brand from Radio Shack. They all came with headphones, and they all have an AM/FM radio. We're going to be testing for price, features, durability, and sound quality.
What?
Sound quality.
The Sony, it costs $89.95, has play, stop, fast forward, and rewind, and also your radio frequency band.
The Sports Auto Reverse stereo cassette player doesn't have a name. It costs $49.95, and it has play, stop, rewind, fast forward, and an auto reverse.
The Citizen costs $29.99, has play, fast forward, stop, but no rewind, and has a radio frequency band.
And the ProSonic is the cheapest at $24.88. The only features it's got is play, fast forward, and stop.
In the interest of scientific accuracy, our sound test will be held here, in the infinitely quiet, vast splendor of the Arctic tundra. Machine number 1. Machine number 2. Machine number 3. Machine number 4. Okay, which one was the best?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yes.
Number 4.
Number 4?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Number 2.
Number 3. It
Number
seemed clear.
Number 3.
4. Number 3.
The winner in the Street Sense Sound of Music category with 5 out of 8 votes was the Sony. Shut out was Citizen. Toughness and protection against the elements are essential in the North. Same goes for portable cassette players. The next test is for durability. Oops! So do they all still work?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, so for price and durability and sound, overall, which one is the best?
I like the Sony, but if I didn't have enough money for the Sony, I would have got the no-name brand.
The no name. Because it had all the features, and it had auto reverse, which Sony didn't have, and it was half the price.
Everybody else agree?
Yeah, the Sony and the no name is the best.
The Sony and the no-name are the 2 best?
Yeah.
There you have it.
Jonathan, look out!
Okay, if you just look at it like this, all you really notice is it says Totally Hair Barbie number 5. But then if you actually read it, it's got a lot of really good feminist quotes. We started publishing Totally Hair Barbie last September, and it's just to say what real girls are like, because in magazines and things you don't see what real girls are like.
Hollywood hair, a shimmery look that Barbie wears.
We were thinking of names, and we like Totally Hair Barbie because, I mean, first of all, Barbie is one of the things that really contributes to little kids being stereotyped.
Only Hollywood hair does this.
How to turn pink.
And also because it's so funny. Just think of it, Totally Hair Barbie. Like, what is she, a big hairball?
Hollywood hair Barbie.
Hollywood
Hollywood hair Barbie doll has a special clear spray that makes her hair turn pink. It turns blonde again when it dries.
We use the image of Barbie a lot because we just like to show that even if you do look all girly and dumb, you can still be tough, I guess. I don't know, more as a joke.
Even though she's a total girly beauty queen like this, she can still be a feminist, and we're just trying to show that
all girls
everyone
can be a feminist.
And all boys.
Stereotype
all boys
people
can be
by their
feminists,
looks because girls get that a lot and it's not fair.
We're not against guys. We're just against
This is way too big.
sexist guys and sexism itself.
Yeah. I was just talking about this and how women's bodies are used to advertise everything, even if it has nothing to do with bodies. If it has to do with cars or jeans or beer or perfume, they still use women's bodies. And so a lot of people have said, you know, I never noticed that before.
We just print about 20, but then we just give it to our friends and they're supposed to pass it on to their friends. And it's worked really well for us because, like, months later, when we've got like 4 issues out, people that we've never heard of will say, yeah, I just read Totally Hair Barbie, and they've read like issue #1, which was out like ages ago.
I mean, we put out 20 copies and it's gone everywhere. It's gone to the United States, it's gone to mainstream media. If you say something and it's important enough and you're saying it well enough, people will listen to you.